What's up there and welcome to a brand new video on 414 Anime. In today's video I'm opening up this awesome Kirito Figma from Sword Art Online 2. And I picked this thing up from Solaris, Japan. I got this actually brand new figure. I usually get mine second hand, but this was going at a really awesome price. So I thought I'd do that, and I'll leave a link in the description below. So if you want to pick one up yourself, then head down over there. And hey, if you want to join the 414 community, why not hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. But with that said, let's have a look at the box first of all. So, apologies about the lighting on here. I really need to sort this out because it seems to be a constant issue on all my figures. But anywho, obviously we've got this nice kind of purple theme here, so I thought I'd go with the purple background. We can see the figure right here of Kirito. We've got a couple of different facial expressions. There's an additional like frontal hairpiece. Looks like a effect part. His gun, his makeshift lightsaber. I can't really remember what it's called. It's like a Cosmo blade or something like that. And it looks like we've got another effect part here. And on the side of the box we have this awesome picture of the figure here holding both the saber blade and the gun. Looks really cool. And on the other side of the box we've got another picture of the Kirito figure in a really cool like action pose there. Looks really good. For the top of the box we've got another picture of Kirito there in a different pose, obviously with the Figma, and it's got the name of the figure and the number, which is 248. And finally on the back of the box, so we've got a few different pictures of the Kirito figure in all these different like stances and poses, which looks really cool. We've also got a picture of him and the Xenon figure as well, which I've also got. I've also picked one up, so I think I'll probably do an unboxing and a review of that next week. But overall, really cool. Like, you know, Max Factory do a really good job of the presentation of the Figma figures. Obviously, this is one of the later ones. So the box is a lot smaller than what they used to be. But I'm really excited to crack into this one and see what we've got. So let's do that. So once again, lighting issues aside, this is Kirito in the plastic covering that you get outside the box. So like I said, you can see exactly the same as what you can see through the window of the box. Just in the bottom there, obviously we've got the stand, the Figma bag, and a couple of accessories there, so it looks really coal. So let's get the figure out. So here's a quick look at the Kirito figure then. Looking at the face, looks really cool. It's got that standard kind of Kirito smiley face there with the long hair here. Obviously this was like a female avatar that he had to take in GGO as like a disguise kind of thing. So people won't figure out who he is. But detail on him looks really cool. Hopefully my camera's picking that up. As for his coat, obviously Kirito goes for the ever so standard black clothing there, but obviously we've got this like chest armor on him as well. Cool design on the belt. Moving down, he's obviously got this 3/4 length trousers on there, and his boots, again, really cool detail. So overall, really cool figure, and one that I'm really happy to add to my collection. As for the accessories, we get two different facial expressions. So we've got this one here, and I really like this one. I think this one looks really cool. It's kind of that like as if he's just said something to Xenon that he probably shouldn't have done. Looks really cool. I like that one. It's awesome. Second face we've got is kind of like a mid-battle one, so it's like a battle cry kind of face on there. Once again, really cool detail on that. The eyes look really good. We also have an additional hairpiece. This is, I guess, so we can do a couple of more like cool like action poses with the figure. Makes it look a bit more as if he's like jumping through air and whatnot. So, it looks really cool. Awesome addition. We also have the gun that he had. I mean, obviously he was mainly known for wielding the like Cosmo blade thing, but he did have this little handgun as well, and the detail on this thing is really awesome. I find like Max Factory do a really good job when it comes to like, especially like the smaller items and the amount of detail they put in. So that's a look at the other side of the gun as well. But obviously, main detail on this side looks super sweet. And obviously Kirito's main weapon of choice is this Cosmo blade here. So it's kind of got that cool like purpley, like it starts dark purple at the near the hilt. As you go down it gets like to a lighter purple on there. As for the hilt, really cool. Obviously again nicely detailed. Looks really good. We've got an effect piece here as well. So this is I guess going to go on the end of the gun. So it's going to make it look as if he's like shooting. Cool addition to the figure. We had this thing as well. At first I had no idea what it was, or like even like, I mean, I guess it was like some sort of effect part. But it actually combines with this, which was hidden on the back of the figure. Hopefully that picks that up. So this is kind of like almost like swooshing effect, if that makes sense. It's as if he's like swinging his blade, and that's the effect of like the light making it. Obviously it's in the bag, so probably take it out of the bag. Yeah, there we go. It's got a bit of a better look on that. Really strange material. It's almost like a kind of bendy plasticky material. Looks really cool. We've got this bag as well, so that's got the stand in there, it's got the base, it's got Kirito's alternate hands, so it looks like we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including the default ones, which is really cool. And we've also got these little things over here, which looks like they're going to be some sort of help to something. Of course, we've got some instructions here as well, so that's going to show us how to put the figure together, what we've got. Obviously it's in Japanese, so we'll have to kind of figure that out for ourselves. But it's all good. Oh, cool. There's the English side. Sweet. Okay, cool. And it's the Photon Sword instead of Cosmo Blade, whatever I was calling it. And of course, like all other Figma products, we get the awesome Figma bag here. So we're going to store all of the unused accessories in there, so they're not lost and they're well protected. So just an overview of the detail on this figure then. As you can see on his face, the eyes, and that, I think that's one of the things that, you know, really does set Sword Art Online apart, is the design of the eyes on their characters. They're like really, really well animated, really well drawn out. And I think the figure captures that really well. They've got that nice kind of glistening glow to them. Obviously, it's just a plain facial expression, this one, but it, you know, like with most anime characters, it's really the eyes that make them stand out. As for the hair, it seems to be like really well kind of like molded. There's this like kind of line at the top where the hair separates, but you know, that can be easily ignored. The bit at the back looks really cool. I think it's almost, yeah, it's like kind of articulated as well, so we can do some stuff there. Looks like these parts really flexible, so we can do all sorts with that. Looks really cool. As for his jacket then, the detail on this is really cool. So obviously it's the standard black jacket that Kirito usually wears, but obviously it's got all these like fine like line details on there. They've got that little metal shoulder plate there. Got the armor on the front, which is held together by these leather straps. The belt's really cool. It's got this really weird like purpley glowy thing there. The classic Kirito black gloves either side. Trousers, obviously just black 3/4, but creased nicely, and the boots are really cool actually. I quite like these boots. But yeah, the overall feel of this figure, it's a nice kind of like PVC feel to it. And there's the back of the jacket there. We've got like a holster for his gun as well, and it looks like these are the jackets articulated. It's got these like little ball joints just to see in there, so we can do some cool stuff with that, make it kind of flow out a little bit, which is really good. Add a bit more effect to the figure. Cool, so if we want to change the face expression we've got here, so you just got the hair, you pull that off the front, make them look a bit weird. Took the face off as well. Looks very weird now. I'm gonna have a look at that other effect part as well. So that's just gonna clip in there. Clip in, damn it. There we go. And then the hairpiece is just gonna clip into the front as well. There we go. So we've got a bit more like kind of effect there, kind of like shouting. With that effect here, let's probably raise it up a little bit. So yeah, you can have him doing different kind of things like that. Looks really cool. As for swapping hands, it's same as all Figma figures. It's on this ball joint here, and you just kind of twist it out, and it's gonna pop off like so. I'm gonna grab another hand, and that's gonna do exactly the same. Just put the end in there, slam it in like so. Can be a bit fidgety, the old Figma things, but only because of the size. So the hand we've got here is obviously going to hold the blade, and the blade will just kind of go in there like so. So I don't know how easy that's gonna do that. And voila. See, yeah, it takes a bit of kind of fighting with, but the fingers are also kind of a bit flexible as well as the thumb. So just a bit of wrestling to get the photon blade in there, but once you've got it in there, it looks really, really cool. The same's gonna be said for the hand holding the gun as well. So obviously we're just gonna have to swap out for a different hand there. I'll probably take this off camera as well, just to get the gun piece put in there. So the gun was actually a lot easier to put in than the photon blade was. Look at it, I love the way they've even detailed it so that it's like fingers on the trigger there, and that just looks really, really cool. Okay, also if you want to add the effect part onto here, it looks like there's a little like hole right there, and it's just going to kind of slot over the gun. There we go, like that. Looks really good. It kind of looks like he's shooting. I like that, really cool effect actually. Same can be said for the effect part on the photon sword. So this part just kind of comes out like so. You look like you have to put this bit in first. I think it just slides in from the bottom. There we go, like so. So we have that kind of like whooshing effect there. Really cool. This looks really cool actually. I like that. Pretty sweet. Okay, so articulation wise, obviously Kirito's head's going to tilt over to one side and again to the other side. Not too much tilt side to side, but he can turn his head one way and the other. So I think it's all about just making sure you get the hair out of the way before you start turning it. It gives it a lot more kind of motion. Looking at the side, he's going to be able to bring his head quite a way down there, but back's obviously, you know, kind of stopped by the hair. So I guess if you pull that out a bit more, he might move a bit. That's not too bad. But looking at the hair then, so like I said earlier, obviously you just pull the hair. You can pull the hair up and down on there. So quite a nice bit of movement there. We can get some cool poses. I think that'll come up as almost as far as that there. I want to be careful because I don't want to put too much pressure on that piece there. As for his waist, so he tilts over to one side and he'll tilt over to the other. He'll bend backwards. So about there, obviously the chest plate kind of lifts up a little bit there, if you can see that. So it's going to give him a bit more kind of freedom to move around. There we go, like you can see that. So that kind of chest piece kind of fits into that gap there and it will squish down whenever he bends over. Really cool. As for the arms, they'll come up to about there. There's a little kind of bit of cloth there that's wants to be a bit more flexible. Obviously the bend at the arm he's got there. He's got a full twist on the hand as well as the wrist moving forward and backwards. You can pull it back, pull it forward, things like that. So it's really cool. The bottom of the coat, these are on 2 ball joints as well, so you can pull that up on both sides, which is going to give him that kind of like blowing in the wind look, or it's going to help move the legs a bit more so we can get some more cool poses. As for the legs, he'll move it like that. Really strange kind of pose. It's on ball joints in the bottom there as well, so he'll bend. The toes obviously got the backwards and forwards. It's got the not as good a side to side motion there. If probably not any there at all. But there we go. So we've got the classic kind of he's jumping kind of pose. You can see that, which is really cool. So there's a lot that we can do to this figure, and a lot to make it pose really well. But that was a quick look at the articulation on the figure there. So what I'll do now is I'm just going to take some time and put Kirito in some awesome poses. But there we go, guys. That was my unboxing and review of the Kirito Figma figure from Sword Art Online 2. This was obviously the GGO version, and really overall like a really cool figure. For any Sword Art Online fan out there, this is an absolute perfect purchase for you because it just looks amazing, and combined with the C-known figure is going to look absolutely incredible. So I'm definitely looking forward to kind of getting those two together, getting some poses on the go. Really cool price. Like I said, I've got a link in the description below to Solaris Japan, so if you want to pick one of these up yourself, then definitely head over there. Yeah, overall, just like I'm really happy with this figure. It just looks really cool. It poses really, really well, and a great deal of detail has gone into it, so it's really awesome. But if you want more figure reviews, anime fact videos, subscription boxes and more, hit that subscribe button right now. And if you found value in today's video, why not smash the like button, share the video with a friend, and of course subscribe for more awesome anime videos. But that is it for me, guys. I will see you in the next video. Take care.
Lelouch V. Britannia commands you.